in Washington. We kind of started controlling things. You know, the energy was similar, but you know, it was just a little different. We had that big lead, and you know, you just wanted to make sure guys were all caught up. This one we had to claw. You had to claw and scratch and fight and deal with a lot of stuff that made it tough. But this is why you play, to enjoy this kind of celebration.
What does it say about your players to be able to claw and fight and do all that stuff to get here when they could have just given up after the first, second, fifth injury?
They could have. But if you're going to play in our town, you better have heart and you better have character to play in New York City. You're going to get knocked down, and you better be able to get back up. And I think we did that.
Terry, you'd said that, you know, you're one of those guys when you're 16, 62, you thought, okay, this might be not the year. But at that point, had you already seen the character that you were talking about, or did that unfold over the next 6 weeks?
It did, Mark. You know, you got to have great leadership in the clubhouse. You know, the manager, you know, he might make some statements, and he might be the guy out front, obviously, who deals with the media side. But you got to have leadership in the clubhouse, and we've got leadership in there. And it's not just one guy. It's not just the captain who was missing, who was a huge piece, but it was other guys who had to take on that role. And they never got down. You know, we try to make it fun here. We try to make them enjoy themselves when they come to the ballpark, and I think we do that. And they respond by how they play on the field. You're going to have good nights. You're going to have bad nights. But you know, they never gave up, and I will tell you, as I told you guys before the game, there was, I mean, obviously you're looking at August and you're just saying, how are we going to possibly accomplish this? You know, with these young guys and, you know, guys that are banged up, and we still managed to do it.
Terry, how relieved are you to get this done today and save your ace for?
Yeah, it's huge, Mike. That's a great question. You know, we are going to be able to save. No, I'm not sure we're going to even pitch it. They might just throw a side instead. But I just thought it might be good to face some hitters for him tomorrow. But it's going to let us have a day. It's going to let Cabby have an extra day to, you know, rest his legs. So we're a heck of a lot healthier going into Wednesday.
Is it also a benefit to have the home field advantage? I mean, I know you didn't want to talk about that just getting into the playoffs, but is it a benefit to be at home for that wild card?
Well, we got great fans, and our fans create energy. That's why you come into New York City as a visitor, and the energy in those ballparks, be it Yankee Stadium or Citi Field, you know, you want to win. And that's why teams play so well when they come into New York. But our fans are behind us, and we're really excited to give them a game at home.
Now at 4 celebrations, all of them go down the road. I mean, Wednesday, assuming you win that game, if you do, you wouldn't, assuming you'd have a celebration like that. Is that something to look forward to?
It does, Mike. I didn't think of it, but you're right. Yeah, we want to have one in front of them. I will tell you that. They certainly deserve to be a part of it.
Terry, how much of the job Dan Wortham's done this year with how many arms you've had to move in the rotation?
He does an outstanding job. I've said it for the 6 years I've been here. This guy gets prepared. He teaches. He knows how to teach pitches. He knows how to teach mechanics. He knows how to get a game plan together. Now, the execution has to come from the players, the pitchers, but they buy into it and they attempt it. And when you execute, you'll see it. They respond without. See, my coaching staffs, I'll tell you, you guys have been around them. You got to stay up. You got to stay positive, and they are. And that's in our market. You got to keep your head up, and they do.
Kind of belies me.